To come to a comfortable position, if your hips are really tight, it's always nice to elevate the hips higher than the knees. You can always take a block underneath the sit bones, or you can take a pillow or a blanket that's folded up. And make sure you've got good contact with the sit bones on your mat, a nice tall stacked spine so the core is engaged. Start with the hands resting on the knees, and then roll the shoulders up towards the ears, and then send them down the back. Just nice, slow, big shoulders to start. Eyes can be closed or open, it's personal preference. Let's do one more in this direction. And then let those shoulders get really heavy. And the tips of the shoulder blades, how to melt a little closer together. So we're opening up a little bit through the heart as we send the elbows back a little bit. A little stretch there. And then take the hands back on the knees and switch the direction of your rotation. So if you were rolling back, you're now moving forward. The last one in this direction. Go ahead and take the hands and interlace your fingers and pretend that you've got a big beach ball in between the elbows. Take a big breath in on the exhale, send those knuckles away and squeeze the air out of the beach ball, and then roll the shoulders forward. So we're bringing the breasts closer together and those shoulders closer together. And we're opening up to the back. Top of the back, and now send those knuckles straight up. Inhale, grow tall, straighten out through the arms, keeping the sit bones connected. Lean over to the right, big stretch. So you're stretching from that hip all the way through the knuckles, big stretch. Inhale, grow tall. And again, big breath in. A little longer through the spine on the exhale, send it in the other direction. So opening up to the rib cage and come on back to center. Release the clasp and take those clasps in behind the back, towards the small of the back. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. And now start to float the knuckles away from the mat, but don't break the waist. Keep that spine nice and tall. Send those arms up as high as you can, and then send those knuckles away. So we're opening up to the chest, and we're sending the shoulders back. Big stretch. And then now release that. Take that right arm straight out, spread the fingers, let it cross the body, reach to the left, take a peek to the right. And float that arm straight up, flip the palm, find that tricep stretch. So again, you know that you can take hand to elbow, you know you can come into a bind. We're gonna send those knuckles back, keeping that arm close to the ear, waking up the tricep. And go ahead and release that. Switch it up, send that left arm out, spread the fingers, send that head away to the right. Big reach, take a peek to the left, hold here. And now once again, everything comes forward, palm comes up and flips, find your tricep stretch. So again, be mindful of the neck, don't press on the neck. Keep the elbow tight, send the elbows back more. And release that. We're gonna take the back of the hands onto the mat. So the fingers are pointing behind you, the palms are up. Pressing down, you have a slight bend in the elbow, pressing down through the wrists, and then keeping the sit bones grounded, just start to lean your shoulders back. You should find a nice stretch to the front of the forearm. So take it as far back as it feels, like a nice stretch without being any discomfort, and then just hold here. Pressing down, you want more of a stretch, press down a little heavier, send those shoulders back a little bit more. Go ahead and release that. We're gonna flip the palms. So the palms are on the mat, fingers are pointing behind us. So maybe bring those hands a little more forward so we've got more mobility to stretch them. Pressing down through the heel of the hand, send the arms back. So again, there's that nice stretch through the front of the forearms. Big stretch here. And you know you can do these with the arms extended and just holding the wrists. So lots of options for this. Go ahead and release that. Just relax the arms on the legs again. Take that chin heavy to the chest. Big stretch to the back of the neck. Take a big breath in and send that chin up. Let the head get heavy. Exhale, drop that chin back down. We'll do a couple of these. Inhale, come on up. Exhale. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, chin to chest. Now leave that chin there. Drag it to that right shoulder. Take a peek behind that right shoulder. Let that left shoulder get heavy. Coming back through center, take it off to the left. Mount the chin towards that left shoulder. Let that right shoulder get heavy. And come on back to center. Go ahead and bring that chin parallel to the mat. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. Again, lots of options. You can take head to head. You can press that mat away, a combination of the two, whatever feels right. Getting a nice stretch on the side of the neck. Now, as we're floating through these couple more neck exercises, take a little scan of the body, checking in with muscles and joints. Go ahead, release that. Come on up. Let's switch it up. Left ear, left shoulder. Again, you decide what you want to do to get that stretch you're looking for this morning. Checking in with the head space, energy level. How you feeling this morning? Preparing for our week. And release, come on up. Taking the hands onto the knees, we're going to lean the body forward, keeping good contact with the sit bones, making those circles. Again, doesn't matter which direction, you decide how quickly and how large those circles are. Let's do one more here. Take a little hesitation, send it in the other direction. Last one, come on up, nice tall stacked spine. Left hand to that right knee, right hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find a twist. Take a peek behind that right shoulder. And back to center. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind you. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, find a twist. And release that back to center. We're going to float our way right into a neutral tabletop position with knees underneath the hips. Wrist, elbows, and shoulders are stacked. Hands are spread. Good contact with the palms on the mat. Inhale, find your cow. Big breath in, let that belly get heavy. Lift the tail, lift the gaze. Find that big stretch. Exhale, chin to chest, tuck the tail. Expand through the spine. So just rolling through a few cat-cows. Let's do a couple more because it feels so delicious. Last one. Back to center. We're going to switch it up a little bit. This time, inhale the cow. And this time, as you exhale, take a peek over that right shoulder, send that left hip away. So we're bringing that right rib and right hip closer together. Stretching out to the left side, hold here. Come on back to center. Inhale, cow. Exhale, take a peek over that left shoulder. So there's that rib and shoulder getting closer. We're opening up to the right side of the body. Hold here. And back to center. Inhale, right arm high. We're going to thread the needle, ladies. Exhale, take it underneath that left ear and shoulder to mat. Lots of options here. You can spread the fingers to the mat. You can send that left leg back. You can send the arm up or open it up and spin as we take that hand behind us. Your choice. Find that nice opening. Release that, come on back to center. Leave that left foot there, toes are into the mat. Press the toes into the mat, now send that heel back, find that calf stretch. Go ahead and release that. Come on back to center. One cat-cow between sides. Big breath in. Exhale. Coming back to our neutral table. Inhale, right arm high, big reach. Exhale, send it underneath the left. Oh, sorry, my bad. Inhale, left arm high. Double dipped here. Send that left arm to the right. That's because I wanted to look at the beautiful faces. So again, you decide how you access the stretch that you're looking for this morning. Go ahead and release that. Come on back, neutral table. Leave those right toes into the mat. Press them heavy into the mat. Send that heel back for a calf stretch. Go ahead and release that. Come on back, neutral table. Let's take one cat-cow. Big breath in. Exhale. And back to neutral table. Now, option to grab a weight if you like, your choice. Taking the weight in the right hand, we're gonna send that left leg back first, right arm forward. Extend and hold to start. And now let's bring the elbow and knee together. Inhale, elbow and knee for 5. Extend fully, nice and slow. 4. Toes are to the shins and that heel back. 3. 2. Last one, hold here. And now send the arm and the leg on a diagonal. So think 1 o'clock and 7 o'clock. Come on back for 5. 4. Slow and controlled. 3. Keep that leg high. Don't let it dip. 2. Last one. Back to center. Release the weight. Release the knee. 1 cat-cow. Big breath in. Exhale to the chest. And come on back to center. We're going to take it to the left side. So right leg goes back, left hand with or without weight goes forward and hold to start. Now inhale, elbow and knee curly in for 5. Extend fully. Press that heel back like you're pressing it through a wall. 4. And last one. Big reach. Hold here. And now take it to the diagonal. Think 11 o'clock and 5 o'clock for 5. Last one. Back to center. Release the hand. Release the knee. 1 cat-cow. Coming back to center. We're going to take a block. We're going to place that block underneath the left hand. So again, important that we're still stacked. We're going to grab a weight. That block can be at any height. We're going to thread the needle with our weight, working our arms and our shoulders. So when you're ready, we start with the weight underneath the sternum. Bring the elbow in line with the shoulder, and now thread it through to the other edge of the left side of the mat for 10. Nice and slow. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to center. We're going to switch it up. So we're going to take that block to the right hand. Setting up again, stacked. Take your weight, bring it parallel to your shoulder, and now thread through for 10. 9. 3, 2, last one. Go ahead and release the weight. Take it off to the side for now. Get rid of the block for now. 1 cat-cow. Big breath in. Exhale, curl the back. And coming back to a neutral table, we're gonna take any size weight that you want, ladies, we're gonna tuck it in behind that right knee. Getting ready for some fire hydrants. So once again, we're nice and stacked, core is engaged the whole time. Take that leg up, off the mat, float it up, and then take it off to the right for 10. Try not to dump on that left hip. 9 and 10. Come on back to center, take that leg parallel. Take that heel to the heavens as high as you can. Come on down for a tap for 10 and up. 9, slow, controlled. 2 and 1. Up it goes. Come on down. Take that weight to the left knee. We're sitting up for the other side again. We're stacked, we're engaged. When you're ready, float that knee up off the mat just a little bit and take it off to the left for 10. Be mindful of the right hip. 3, 2, and 1. Come on back to center, take that leg parallel. Now take the heel to the heavens for 5, for 10, little tap. 9. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Go ahead and release the weight. Take it off to the side. Big toes together, knees far apart. Send the hips back. Find a child's pose. Let it all go. Welcome to take the shell pose if you prefer. Hold here. And now come on back, float your way back into your neutral tabletop. This time you're going to curl your toes under your legs. We're going to hold there just for a minute. So when you're ready, engage the core. Press through the toes, up go the knees, we hold. So the knees are just a centimeter above the mat. You should feel your quadriceps waking up here. Core is waking up here. Take the navel towards the spine. Make a little J, it goes back and up. There's the core engagement. We're waking it up even more. Feel the shoulders working, maybe a little shake of the arm, give a little shake of the legs, all good. You got this. For the last 15 seconds. Now go ahead and release that. Take the hips up, walk the hands forward, find your downward dog. Walk it out. And when you're ready, go ahead and float forward. Find your plank, hold here. We're gonna mountain climb. We're gonna take our right knee to our right elbow and back. Left knee, left elbow for 10. Controlled, core's engaged. Keep going. 3, 2, the last one. Go ahead, send the hips back, downward dog. Pedal out the feet. Float forward. Find your plank. Slowly with control, take it to the mat. Uncurl the toes. Inhale, cobra. Roll the shoulders away. Let's find some length in the spine. Send the heart forward. And release. We'll do that a couple more times. You're welcome to take it a little deeper each time, and if you like, depending on how the back's feeling this morning, big breath in. Exhale, come on up. Last time, lower down. Big breath in. On the exhale, your choice, up dog or cobra. Find your length, find your stretch. Hold here. And now as you exhale, take those hips back, downward dog, walk it out. We're gonna start to walk the hands and the feet to meet in the middle of the mat. Let it all go, first forward fold. Hands can be on blocks, mats, or shins, root through the heels. Find length through the back of the legs. Maybe send the hips back a little further. Find more length, hold here. Inhale to a flat back, extend through the spine. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise up one vertebrae at a time. Big breath in. Bring the arms overhead. Exhale, hands to the heart. And again, big breath in, bring those arms up. Big reach to the heavens. Exhale, take a bow. This time, as you're here, reach for your weights. We're going to take them in front of the toes. While we're here, soften through the shoulders a little bit more, let that head relax a little bit more. Melt a little closer to those thighs, perhaps. Take your weights and drag them up your feet all the way up to a tall stacked spine. Send the hips forward just a little bit. Come on back down. We're going for 10. We're working the glutes and the hamstrings here. Three, 2, last one. Come all the way up. Turn to face the long edge of your mat. These, we're going to take big steps out. Toes towards the corners of the mat, getting ready for our sumo squats. Taking those elbows nice and tight to the shoulder, to the waist. Send those knees in the direction of the toes. From here, we're going to keep the legs quiet to start. We're just going to move the arms, take the elbows along with the shoulders for 10. Three, 2, and 1. A little lower, a little lower. Hold here. A little balancing work. Take the right toes into the mat, heel up. Left toes into the mat, heel up. Hold here. A little lower. We hold for 5, 4, 3. Little lower. 2, 1. Heels down. Come on up. This time we're going to take those weights in line with the shoulders. We're going to come into our sumo squat. This time when we come up, if you're comfortable, bring the weights overhead. For 10, pull them down. 9. 4, we're not in any rush. 3, 2, 1. Come on down with the legs, with the weights. Keeping the weights here, we're going to work the shoulders, just turning to the right. Left, rotating through. 2, keep those elbows high. In line with the shoulders. Don't let those legs straighten. One more each side. Coming back to center. Take those weights down, straighten those legs. Bring the toes to the longest of the mat, wide legged forward fold. Let it go. Root through the heels. Maybe float the hips back a little more. Soften the heart towards the mat. Extend through that straight back. So the weights are underneath the head, ladies. Toes are towards the long edge of the mat. We're not on that diagonal anymore. We're going to soften through those knees. Now, if that bothers your hips, you're welcome to take the toes towards the corner of your mat. So they don't have to be, but if that makes your hips happier, by all means, we want happy hips. Soften with the knee, flatten out through the back, bring those weights up. One more time, we're going to send them towards the mat, and then bring those elbows back for 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and straighten through the legs, come all the way up. Bring those feet back in line with the hips. Take those hands alongside of the thighs, roll the shoulders back for 3, for 2, and 1. Let those weights get nice and heavy. Let's switch it up. Bring them forward for 3, for 2, and 1. So we're going to soften the knees. We're going to bring the weights forward. So if these weights are too heavy, get rid of one and then just hold on to one with both hands. You decide. Soften the elbows. We're going to bring one weight up in line with the shoulder and down. And left. And right. Left. For 3. We're going for 10. Breathe. So we're always exhaling during the hardest part of the exercise. That's 9. We got one more each side, ladies. You should feel this in your shoulders. Come on back down. And those legs can come a little closer if you're more comfortable. We're going to bring those weights together. We're going to send them straight up. Again, if you want to get rid of one, you're more than welcome. Elbows are tight to the ears. We're sitting those weights in between the shoulders. Tricep extension for 10. Four. Predominantly a arm day today. 3, 2. We'll get back down to the mat momentarily. We'll do more core. We'll do some tricep extensions. Sort of tricep dips, pardon me. Last one. Come on up. Flip those palms. So the palms are forward, elbows are tight. Bicep curl. Soften the knees. Come on up for 10. Now, if the weights are light, slow everything down. Three, 2, last one. Bring those weights together one more time. Send those weights up. Tricep extensions. Bring those weights between the shoulder blades for 10. Don't let those elbows splay away from the ears. 3, 2, last one. Bring those weights back down. This time we're going to keep the knuckles towards the thighs. Hammer curls. Roll the shoulders back. Set the shoulders first. Soften the knees. Bring the elbows up. Weights to the shoulders for 10. Don't swing the weights. Don't let gravity do the work. You do the work. Slow and controlled. Squeeze up. Take the weights towards the outside of the shoulders just a little bit. Helps with some definition. As we work hard to build long, lean muscles. Strong. 6. 9. Last one. Now take a big step out with the legs. Toes are towards the long edge of the mat. We're gonna bend the knees. We're gonna take the left weight towards the right toe. Come on up. Right weight towards the left toes. And alternate. For 9. Let's do 3 more just for fun. 3, 2. Last one each side. Come on back to center, wide-legged forward fold on your elbow. Now walk on over to that right foot. If you want, you can turn the toes towards the corner of your mat, bow over that right leg. Find your stretch, hold here. Walking back through center. Take it to the left leg, bow over that left leg, hold here. And now walking back through center, let it go. We're gonna heel toe those legs back underneath the hips, soft with the knees. We got one more set for our hamstrings. Taking the weights in our hands. Start to straighten through the knees, bring the weights up the feet, all the way up the legs. Nice tall spine. Here we go for 10. Last one. Let it go. Turn to face the front edge of your mat. Taking your weights with you, ladies. We're going to soften through the knees. We're going to take the arms forward. So setting up for plank, but with weights, send those feet back where our plank holds here. We're going to add into our plank this time. We're going to bring our right elbow up towards our shoulder. Take the weight with us for 10 on each side. Don't let those hips go too high to the heavens. Three, 2. Last one. Hold your plank. We're going to bring those knees down for tap for 10. Core engaged. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and bring those knees down. Shell pose. Uncurl the toes. Take the weights off to the side. We will use them again. Send the hips back. Straight the body over the thighs. Forehead to the mat. Arms behind you. Palms up. Take a moment. Last breath here. Pull the body away from the legs. Extend those legs straight out, ladies. So you're going to want blocks and weights handy. Send the legs straight out to start them. We're going to roll the shoulders away. We're going to take those hands in behind the sit bones. Again, important that we're stacked. Now you can play with the distance. You might want them a little wider depending on how big your shoulders are. But you want to make sure that we're stacked. Heels are into the mat to start. Take a big breath in. Now on the exhale, send those hips up. Take those feet towards the mat. Reverse plank. Hold here. for 5. No saggy hips. And now slowly release. Take those hips back down. Stack the spine, stack pose. Big breath in, grow tall. Exhale, find the bow. You know, play with where you are. Maybe take a few more breaths. See if you can soften a bit more, but there's no destination in sight. Let the body guide you. Hold here. And now slowly come on up in this tall stack spine. We're going to take our blocks. We're taking them behind us. So we're getting ready for some tricep dips. So take the feet to the mat to start. Again, you decide how high those blocks are. It doesn't matter what they are. But you want to make sure they're stacked underneath the shoulders and elbows. Elbows are tight to the body. We're going to send those hips towards the mat. Come on up for 10. Four, 3, 2, last one. Just hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hips down. We're going to take advantage of those blocks. We're going to take the block into a T. So one block is going to be in between the shoulder blades. Have your weights handy, ladies. We're going to call on them. So you want your one block, bra height to start, extending up towards the top of the head. We're going to take that other block and support the head. Now those legs can be bent or straight, it's personal preference. We're going to take those weights in our hands. Elbows are in line with the shoulders. Just gives us a bit more range of motion. We're going to send those weights straight up. Squeeze together like there's a pencil between your breasts. Take the elbows back down in line with the shoulders. We're going to go for 10. So this just gives us a little bit more range of motion by taking the blocks between the shoulder blades. You can do it with a flat back, obviously. But again, we want to build length and strength. Squeeze. Really squeeze together at the top. It's an isometric movement. It's effective. First 3, squeeze. 2, last one, squeeze. Come on down. We're going to come up just enough so that we can take our blocks away, take them off to the side. We'll call on them again momentarily. Take that spine back down onto the mat. While we're here, go ahead and take those knees to your chest. Give yourself a little rock and roll. Don't get too comfortable. We're not done. Coming back to center, take those feet back down onto the mat. Yogi's choice, 1 weight or 2. We're going to bring them together above the sternum. We're going to imprint through the small of the back. We're going to pull neck, head, and shoulders up off the mat. Squeezing in for 10. Nice and slow. 9, 8, 3. We're going to add in onto this. 2, last one, and come on down. Go ahead and take those feet up off the mat. So they're just above 90 degrees. Take a big breath in. We're imprinted. You're going to keep that lower back nice and secure on your mat. Bring your neck, head, and shoulders up off the mat. Now, once again, we're going to take weights to the heavens for 10, curling in. So think that bottom rib and hip getting closer. Squeeze. One more. Go ahead and release neck, head, and shoulders. So make sure if you have any neck pain at all, you're going to lower your head down right off the bat. We're going to keep our head down this time. We're going to keep the weights where they are. The arms are going to stay quiet. We're going to send that right leg away for heel tap. Bring it back. Left one and back. Keep alternating. Slow and controlled. Let's do one more each side. Now leave the weights where they are, leave the legs where they are. Let's curl up one more time. For 10, squeeze. Should still feel this in your arms. 2 and 1. Go ahead and bring the weights down to the chest, bring the feet down. Walk the feet forward. We're gonna come on up. So we're getting ready for our Russian twist, ladies. So once again, if you want to get rid of one of your weights, you're more than welcome to. We're gonna walk the feet forward. We're gonna keep our sit bones grounded. We're gonna start to lean those shoulders back. We feel core engagement. Then you can keep your feet on the mat. You can bring those legs up, yogi's choice. When you're ready, turn to the right, through to the left. We're off for 10, 9, should feel it in your obliques. 2, let's do one more set. For 10, 9, 3, 2, and 1. Release neck and shoulders. Feet are on the mat. Go ahead and take those weights off to the side, but have them available for yourself. We're gonna reach for our blocks one more time. We're gonna take our blocks underneath our feet. Bringing those blocks together is probably easier, gives them a bit more stability as they lean into each other. We're gonna take our feet up on the mat. So you need to adjust that your knees are above your ankles. Arms alongside the body, no weights to start. Go ahead and send those hips up for bridge for 10, nice and slow. Full extension on the way up, opening up to those hip flexors. 4, 'Last one, come on down. If you like, you're welcome to take your weights on your hips this time. We're gonna do another set. So secure them with your hands. Again, heads looking straight up to the heavens. We are weight bearing on our necks. Come on up for 10, 9, squeeze those cheeks. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. This time leave that left foot where it is. Take those right toes to the heavens. One leg. Come on up for 10, 9, 8. You can lose the weights at any time, ladies. 6, 5, 3, 2, last one, come on down. Release the hips, the mat. When you're ready, imprint, up go the hips and those left toes to heavens. One leg on this side for 10, 9, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and come on down. Take the foot up onto the mat. Go ahead and release those weights. One last time without weights, arms are alongside the body. Take those hips up for 10. 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Leave that left foot where it is. Take that right ankle onto that left thigh. Find your number 4. Press that right knee away to start. If you want to add into it, go ahead and float that left hip up. So we're still working that leg as we find that stretch. We're finding a stretch through the front of that left hip flexor and that right. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. Take that right foot to the block. When it arrives, float that left ankle onto that right thigh. Again, start by sending that knee away with hold here. Now go ahead and take that right hip up if you like. And then that left knee get heavy, hold here. Slowly come on down. Go ahead, leave those blocks there. We're gonna call on them momentarily. We're gonna send those legs straight up. Point the toes, flex, point, flex. You should feel a nice stretch through the shin as well as the calf. Let's do one more. Go ahead and relax that. We're gonna come into plow pose. Arms alongside of the body. Let those hips float off the mat. Send those feet back. Welcome to take the knees alongside the ears. Again, we're weight bearing on the neck. Keep your gaze straight. No twisting and turning of the head. We'll hold here. Last breath here. Go ahead and take the spine back down onto the mat. We're going to separate the legs, bend the knees, find your happy baby, take it to a roll. Welcome to Get Playful. Maybe we extend through one leg, then the other. And you're going to come on back to center. Bring those legs together. Go ahead and float those feet back down onto the mat or onto your blocks. They happen to be there. And then we're just going to wiggle those blocks towards our hands. Take them off to the side. We're going to call on them momentarily. Take those feet back down onto the mat. So you're setting up for a bridge one more time. This time, float the hips up. Take those blocks underneath the sit bones. And you can use one block if it's easier. I find one block a little easier than two. So just let those sit bones get heavy on your block. That block can be at any height. We're going to keep that left leg down. We're going to extend that right leg out. Heel is on the mat to start. You should feel a nice opening through that right hip flexor. Take the toes towards the mat. Dragon and I did this one on Friday. It's just a really nice release with that front of that hip flexor. Hold here. Now walking that foot back, foot's on the mat. We're going to send that left leg away. Heel to the mat. Take the toes towards the mat. If you're extending through a gas pedal, find your stretch here. You're walking that foot back in line. We're going to take those hands, just interlace them in front of the blocks so the block's not going to go anywhere. Take the right knee towards the chest, extend it. Take that left knee towards the chest, extend it. Legs up the wall. Ladies, you can keep your legs together. You can keep them hip distance apart. You can come into a nice wide-legged if you want some inner thigh stretching, your choice. We're going to hold here just for a few breaths, and then we'll take it to some twists before we finish off class today. Play around with a little bit of everything if you'd like here. But while we're here, check in with the body one more time. How are you feeling now versus when you first came into class? Check in with those muscles, those joints, headspace, energy level. Slowly bend those knees. Go ahead and take one foot to the mat. Take the other foot to the mat. Root through the feet, send the hips up. Take that block along the left side of the body, right around hip distance. We'll play around with how close that is momentarily. Take both knees to the chest. And we're just going to roll from shoulders to tail. Just a few times, rolling up the shoulders, rolling up the spine. We're going to come on back to center. Go ahead and send that left leg away. Bring that right knee to the chest a little bit more. Find a nice stretch of the hands. Now go ahead and let that knee get heavy as it drops to the outside of that right shoulder. Again, keep that left sit bone grounded. Hold here. Come on back to center. This is where you're going to want to adjust your block. You're going to take that left hand to that right knee. You're going to find a twist. Keep the shoulders grounded. Let that knee get heavy. So if your hips are a little tight, you're gonna want more space between the floor and the knee. But you're gonna shine that right hip to the heavens. You're gonna let that knee get heavy. And you're gonna take that right ear to the mat, hold here. Last breath here. Come on back to center. Extend that right leg straight up. Take the hands either to the hamstring or the calf and just gently encourage that leg close. Let's get a nice final stretch in that hamstring. Again, to where it feels just right for you. And now slowly let that leg float back down on the mat. When it arrives, we're going to take that block to the other side, that right side of the body. Send that left knee to the chest. Let that knee get nice and heavy. Find that stretch here to start. And then with that next exhale, float that knee to the outside of that left shoulder. Again, be mindful of that right hip. It stays grounded. So again, play with where that block is on the right side. We're going to take that knee towards center. Right hand comes onto that left knee, find your twist. Shine that hip up to the heaven. And once again, if you so like, take that left to the mat. Press that knee into the block. Hold here. Last breath here. Go ahead and come on back to center with the head and the knee. Send that left leg straight up. Once again, let's find that hamstring stretch. Nice and gentle. And release that leg all the way down. We're going to take that block in our hands. We're going to make that L with our index finger and our thumb. Send that block straight up above the sternum, above the chest. Feel grounded and connected, and we're going to pull the neck, head and shoulders up off the mat. One vertebrae at a time, slow and with control. Float the block towards the toes as far as it makes sense. Big stretch. Hold here. We're going to come on up, extending. Bring that block straight up over the shoulders. Once again, let's take the spine back down on the mat. We're going to do this a couple times. So last with the core. Extend that block back, big stretch. Float it above the chest one more time. Imprint to the small of the back. Up we go, one vertebrae at a time. Coming into staff pose first and then extending that block straight up. And again, release that. Bring that block up over the shoulders. Set the shoulders down to the back. Slowly take the spine to the mat one vertebrae at a time. Big stretch, send that block back. Final time up, take the block above the chest. Slowly come on up. Bring the vertebrae up one at a time. We'll take a bow over those legs. And then hold here. And now slowly coming up. Now just take that block off to the side. We're going to roll down one vertebrae at a time, nice and controlled, super slow. We're going to take a little pause though on our way down. So get up on the third of the way down and just hold here. Feel the core engage, feel how strong you are. Slow it down a little bit more, hover. Again, hold on to that. Feel how strong those core is. Maybe a little shake, A little hover, a little bit more, hold. And then release everything to the mat. Final rock and roll, ladies. Take the knees to the chest, your choice. Either knees to chest or happy baby. Take it to a final roll and think about how you want to spend Shavasana. Now we did quite a bit of arm and chest work today, so you might want to take it to a heart opening pose where we started, where we did our chest work with a block between the shoulder blades and one underneath the head. Maybe you want to come back into a supported cobbler pose or take the blocks underneath the thighs or the knees, your choice. Whatever you decide, I'd like you to float your way into whatever version of Shavasana will suit you best today. Find your happy place on the mat. Connect with the breath. I want you to try and allow each exhalation to melt you just a little deeper into your mats. Make sure you relax. Back body is heavy in its support. No tension in the brow, no tension in the jaw. And soften just a little bit more and melt just a little deeper. Settle it. Ladies, we're going to start to bring awareness back to the body in your own way, in your own time, without haste. When you're ready, you'll find your way to a comfortable seated position with a nice tall stacked spine, relaxed shoulders. We'll take those hands to the heart. We'll take a bow to that heart with gratitude. Again, always grateful that we're well enough to make it to our mats and we have each other's support to keep us true to them. Have a great rest of the week. On are the place in you where the whole universe resides, and when you are in that place in you, and I am in that place in me, we are one. Namaste.